Every single day, millions of Americans reach for relief. A headache, a joint ache, a sleepless night, a nagging allergy. We trust these little pills to solve our problems, to make us feel better. We consider them safe, essential even. But what if I told you that two of the most common medications in your medicine cabinet, substances you might consume without a second thought, perhaps even daily, are stealthily, silently, and systematically eroding one of your body's most vital organs? An organ responsible for over 500 critical functions, your internal detox factory, your metabolic engine, your liver. This isn't about rare side effects or prescription drug abuse. This is about common, over-the-counter staples, used as directed, that are waging a quiet war on your health, a war you're likely unaware of, until it's too late. For those of you in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s who are committed to fitness, to healthy eating, to living your best life, this information is not just important, it's urgent, because liver damage isn't always something you feel until it's advanced. It's insidious. It's a silent assassin. And the consequences, from chronic fatigue and digestive issues to something far more terrifying, complete liver failure. In this video, we're going to pull back the curtain on these two pharmaceutical imposters. We'll reveal exactly what they are, how they inflict their damage, and most importantly, what you can do to protect your liver and reclaim your health. And trust me, the answers might surprise you because the second medication on our list is one you'd never suspect. Let's not waste any more time. Our first liver villain, the one that probably sits in your bathroom cabinet right now, goes by many names: Tylenol, Panadol, Excedrin when it's in combination. It's in cold and flu remedies too. Honestly, it's everywhere. We are of course talking about acetaminophen. Yes, the ubiquitous pain reliever and fever reducer. It's often recommended by doctors, widely available, and, perceived as incredibly benign. But don't let its gentle reputation fool you. Acetaminophen is actually responsible for more cases of acute liver failure in the United States than all other medications combined. Just let that sink in for a moment. All other medications combined. To understand the danger, we need a quick peek under the hood of how your liver processes this drug. When you take acetaminophen, your liver gets to work, breaking it down into harmless compounds that your body can excrete. It's a beautifully efficient system. However, a small percentage of acetaminophen is converted into a highly toxic byproduct called N-acetyl P-benzoquinone imine, or NaPQI for short. Normally, your liver has a superhero on standby for NaPQI, an antioxidant called glutathione. Glutathione swoops in, detoxifies NaPQI, and neutralizes the threat. No big deal, right? The problem arises when you take too much acetaminophen, and too much isn't always what you think. It's not just about blatant overdose. It can be a cumulative effect. When the NaPQI overwhelms your liver's glutathione reserves, that toxic byproduct starts destroying liver cells. It's like a tiny, uncontrolled acid spill happening inside your most vital detoxification organ. Think of it this way: your liver is a factory and glutathione is its waste disposal system. When the waste becomes too much for the system to handle, it starts piling up, damaging the machinery itself. The recommended maximum dose is generally 4,000 milligrams in a 24-hour period for adults, but studies show that even consistently taking doses within the safe range, especially if you have other risk factors, can lead to subtle, progressive damage. Now, here's a crucial pattern interrupt for you. How many of you, when battling a nasty cold or flu, grab a decongestant and a separate pain reliever? Or maybe you take a nighttime cold medicine and then an extra pill for a headache before bed. If you're nodding your head, you might be unknowingly double-dosing. Acetaminophen is a sneaky ingredient, hidden in countless multi-symptom cold and flu remedies. You might be taking a Tylenol, then a multi-symptom flu medicine that also contains acetaminophen, pushing you past that critical glutathione threshold without even realizing it. It's like having two separate fire hoses trying to put out the same tiny fire, but both are actually spewing gasoline. Always check the active ingredients. It's printed right there on the box. Ignorance in this case is not bliss, it's a direct threat to your liver health. So, How do you know if your liver is struggling? This is where it gets tricky, because early symptoms of liver damage are often non-specific and, honestly, pretty easy to dismiss. Chronic fatigue, unexplained nausea, loss of appetite, a dull ache in your upper right abdomen, dark urine, or even unusually pale stools. Sound familiar? Many of us just write these off as, just being tired or maybe a bug. But pay attention. These are your body's subtle cries for help. Ignoring them can lead to a more severe condition, where the symptoms become impossible to ignore, but by then, the damage is often extensive and difficult to reverse. While acetaminophen is a well-documented foe, its dangers are often underestimated. But what if I told you there's another medication, equally common, perhaps even more insidious because of its seemingly natural origins and widespread endorsement, that is also capable of inflicting devastating liver damage, a substance many believe to be a cornerstone of good health and vibrant energy? The revelation of this second culprit will likely shock you to your core. The unsuspecting threat. We live in an age of self-improvement. We seek vitality, mental clarity, and, peak physical performance. We invest in our health, often turning to supplements and alternative remedies that promise to unlock our potential. We see images of vibrant green superfoods, hear testimonials of boundless energy, and are assured that these natural pathways are always safe, always beneficial. This is the visual language of a proactive, health-conscious individual. But even in our earnest pursuit of wellness, a critical blind spot exists, because our second liver destroyer, the one that, honestly, few people ever connect with organ damage, often masquerades as a champion of health. It's marketed to boost your metabolism, enhance focus, burn fat, and even purify your body. And it's found in a myriad of products, from innocent-looking teas to powerful diet pills. This brings us to our second unsuspecting culprit, green tea extract. Before you click away in disbelief, hear me out. Green tea itself, consumed as a beverage, is generally wonderful, packed with antioxidants. Studies link it to numerous health benefits. But the extract, the concentrated, often isolated compounds found in pills, powders, and high-potency formulations, is a completely different beast. It's a prime example of how natural doesn't automatically mean safe, especially when removed from its original context. The power of green tea comes from compounds called catechins, particularly epigallocatechin galat, or EGCG. In a cup of green tea, EGCG is present in modest amounts and is processed efficiently by your liver. But in concentrated extracts, you're getting a massive, often unregulated, dose of these potent compounds. It's like the difference between sipping a glass of wine and chugging an entire bottle of highly concentrated ethanol. At these high concentrations, EGCG can become hepatotoxic, toxic to your liver. While the exact mechanism is still being researched, it's believed that this superdosed EGCG overloads your liver's metabolic pathways, generating excessive oxidative stress and free radicals. It's kind of like throwing too many logs onto a delicate fire. Instead of warming the room, you suffocate it and cause a dangerous buildup of smoke. And this is where the danger truly escalates. The supplement industry in the United States is, honestly, largely unregulated by the FDA. Unlike pharmaceutical drugs, supplements don't need to prove their safety or efficacy before hitting the market. Manufacturers can make bold claims without rigorous testing. This means the dose of EGCG in your green tea extract could vary wildly, contain contaminants, or interact dangerously with other substances. You might be taking a natural fat burner that also contains concentrated green tea extract, combined with another detox tea you ordered online, pushing your EGCG intake to hazardous levels. The allure of natural is a powerful marketing tool, but it's a deceptive veil when it comes to highly concentrated compounds. It exploits our desire for quick fixes and, honestly, bypasses our critical thinking. While, anyone can be affected, Certain individuals are definitely at higher risk. If you regularly consume alcohol, even moderately, your liver is already working harder, which makes it more susceptible to damage from these medications. And if you're taking other prescription drugs or even other supplements, the interactions can be, well, unpredictable and dangerous. Genetics also play a role. Some people are simply less efficient at metabolizing these compounds. This isn't about shaming anyone, it's really about empowering you with knowledge, because when it comes to your liver, ignorance is not bliss, it's a ticking time bomb, and the signs of green tea extract toxicity, well, they actually mirror those of acetaminophen damage. Fatigue, nausea, dark urine, and jaundice, which is yellowing of the skin or eyes in more severe cases. The medical community is, honestly, increasingly aware of this threat. Liver specialists around the world are seeing more cases of supplement-induced liver injury, with green tea extract being a standout culprit. Cases range from mild inflammation to, in some instances, acute liver failure requiring transplantation. This isn't fringe science, it's a growing public health concern that frankly demands your attention. So, we've unmasked two major players in the silent war on your liver: acetaminophen, the trusted pain reliever, and green tea extract, the seemingly innocuous health booster. But, understanding the threat is only half the battle. The real victory, honestly, lies in prevention and proactive health. This is where you take back control. The good news is that your liver is an incredibly resilient organ. It has an astonishing capacity for regeneration, if you give it the chance. And, preventing further damage, or even reversing some existing injury is absolutely within your power. It's time to equip yourself with the strategies to protect your internal powerhouse. First and foremost, be a labeled detective. For acetaminophen, scrutinize every over-the-counter medication you take. Cold and flu remedies, allergy pills, sleep aids, even some menstrual pain relievers often contain it. Check the active ingredients list. If you're taking multiple medications, ensure you're not doubling up on acetaminophen. Stick rigidly to the recommended dosage, and never exceed 3,000 milligrams in a 24-hour period, especially if you have any other risk factors. Consider switching to ibuprofen or naproxen, if appropriate for you and not contraindicated, as a first-line pain reliever, since they work through different mechanisms and don't pose the same acute liver threat. For supplements, it's even more critical. Look for green tea extract, EGCG, or Camellia sinensis extract on the ingredient list. The higher the concentration, the greater the risk. Demand transparency from manufacturers. If a product doesn't clearly state its EGCG content, or seems vaguely labeled, exercise extreme caution. Second, understand your personal limits and actively boost your liver's natural defenses. If you drink alcohol regularly, even moderate amounts, your acetaminophen threshold becomes significantly lower. Alcohol and acetaminophen are both processed by the liver, competing for the same enzymatic pathways, which can really exacerbate the toxic effects. Reduce or eliminate alcohol intake, especially when taking any medication. Furthermore, you can support your liver's natural detoxification capacity. Consume a diet rich in antioxidants, colorful fruits and vegetables, cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and kale, garlic and turmeric. These foods provide the raw materials for your liver to produce more glutathione, its natural detox superhero, giving it the armor it needs to fight off oxidative stress. Third, and perhaps most crucially, engage with your healthcare professionals, your doctor, your pharmacist. They are your allies. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Is this medication safe for my liver? Are there any interactions with my other supplements or prescriptions? What's the lowest effective dose I can take? Be honest about all the medications, supplements, and even herbal remedies you're currently taking. They need the full picture to provide you with the safest, most effective advice. Many people are hesitant to tell their doctors about supplements, fearing judgment, but this information is vital for your safety. An open dialogue can prevent potentially life-threatening interactions and help you make informed decisions about your health. Remember, they work for you, and your well-being is their priority. Imagine living with boundless energy, sharp focus, and a resilient body that effortlessly detoxifies and metabolizes. That's the power of a healthy liver. It's not just about avoiding disease, it's about optimizing your entire being. This isn't a future you just dream of, it's a future you can actively build, starting today. The decisions you make about your medications and supplements might seem small and insignificant in the moment, but cumulatively, they carve the path to your long-term health. By understanding the hidden dangers of acetaminophen and concentrated green tea extract, you're not just preventing potential harm, you're taking a monumental step towards truly robust, lasting wellness. Don't wait until you experience symptoms to address this. Start now. Go through your medicine cabinet, read those labels, and most importantly, share this video. The information you've learned today could literally save a liver, or even a life. This isn't just about your health, it's about the health of your friends, your family, and your community. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe for more in-depth health insights, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or any experiences you've had. Let's create a community that prioritizes informed, proactive health decisions. Your liver is a workhorse. It deserves your protection. It's time to treat it like the irreplaceable organ it is. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay healthy, and keep protecting your internal powerhouse.